Patriots, rebels, outlaws, and pirates. So it's begun. All this has been planned, you knew that. The forces of tyranny all over the world, seeing the prize so close, will do what the forces of tyranny always do, resort to deception and intimidation to get their way. Totalitarians all over the world, and in our own country, have seen what they can get away with. How the vast majority of the people will comply with the most inane and oppressive dictates, even if it means the loss of their livelihood or their most cherished rights. They see a world ripe for their plan to totally reorder this world's economic and political systems. They believe humanity is now ready to accept the tyranny of the Great Reset. And only one obstacle stood in the way: America under Donald Trump. Now, the election, it was filled with hyperbole. The most important election in our lifetime, a contest between freedom and tyranny, good and evil. This election was to determine whether we continue to enjoy some measure of liberty or put us on an irreversible course to absolute despotism. Perhaps that is the case, and if so, it is tragic. Our government was never supposed to have so much power that a single election, or any election, would have such significant consequences to our everyday lives. But it does. Which brings us back to President Trump. He is a unique phenomenon in American politics and perhaps the world political scene. No one has generated his crowds that chant, "We love you." But he is more than a populist. He is not some authoritarian huckster in sheep's clothing promising to steal for some aggrieved group to get power. No, his supporters love him because he actually stands up for the American ideal, for basic values like family, the rule of law, the American dream, for liberty. And he does so not just through his many words, but his actions. I dare say that many see him as a savior-like figure, the only significant bulwark against Marxist revolutionaries, lawlessness, and radicals. And therein lies the problem. Should President Trump prevail against all the forces arrayed against him, and the basic principles of liberty and freedom secure a second term, these forces are not going to give up and go home. The deep state remains. The career politicians will still be there. If you thought the effort against him was bad the last 4 years, you haven't seen anything yet. And ultimately, they can wait him out. 4 years from now, he will exit the stage, and they can put the pedal to their metal on their totalitarian agenda. And who's going to stop them? Do you see anyone in the wings who has the president's unique abilities to frustrate the despotic aims of liberty's enemies? I don't. So whether President Trump leaves office in January 2021 or 2025, he's going to just be a temporary irritant, a speed bump on the way to absolute despotism, just like Ronald Reagan, Newt Gingrich, or the Tea Party. And even while he's in office, all the petty tyrants in the administrative state, the bureaucracy, they continue to oppress us without fear. Tyranny has grown steadily, and liberty retreated for well over 150 years in this country. And it will continue to do so. It's the natural course of governments and the people that inhabit them. Why? Because we allow it. It is our cooperation, enthusiastic or reluctant, that allows or encourages the growth of totalitarianism. It is our failure to do anything other than whine that has enabled the continued erosion of our most fundamental rights. It is our misguided adherence to a system rigged in favor of the despots that ensures our continual failure. In the face of our total and ultimate subjugation under national and global tyrants, this has got to stop. Donald Trump may have slowed the advance of tyranny, but he is not the ultimate solution. He can't be. We are. When we muster the courage to stop complying with our subjugation, then we will begin to see liberty again advance. Continue to listen. I'm not here to give meaningless platitudes, but real solutions and concrete actions for those who are still brave in the land that was once free.